What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, what's been coming out associated to the company itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, SoFi is up 1.57%, roughly 10 minutes left in the trading day. A lot of volatility, so $8.26 the low, and then $8.60 is the high. So it did show a lot of signs that it wanted to break out, and then for whatever reason, SoFi's momentum just diminished. But there's one opportunity that I feel like SoFi could really do that clearly the market values, and that is this right here, popping over to Robinhood. Right now it is up 9.65% because they did announce a investor day and kind of alluded to some big things coming. But I think in reality, that's something that SoFi can definitely do and grab the attention from institutions, retail investors, and everyone. So again, just kind of throwing that out there. So hopefully SoFi is able to do that, because it doesn't seem feasibly that hard to do. But once again, when it comes down to SoFi, no actual news itself, no SEC filings. It was just merely piggybacking off of the broader market. And today there's a lot of optimism now associated to inflation data coming up, only because a analyst said so. As I kind of was venting yesterday, didn't make sense that SoFi was doing whatever the hell it was doing because people were worried about inflation data. But an analyst said we are okay, so now the market can run up higher. And this is probably a very first for SoFi, is that SoFi did get a negative rating today. So a sell rating, $4 price target done by Compass Point and Giuliano, who has a 58% success rating. Normally in the past, whenever SoFi gets one of these ratings, it sells off like a crazy person, but it's actually holding up fairly well. So again, this is something new that did come out that I just wanted to kind of quickly share with you. But aside from that, a lot of people are just clearly eyeing inflation data and what that will equate to for interest rate cuts for the November 7th meeting. So right now, there's a 86.7% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut. Shorts are admitting somewhat defeat. So yesterday they did return around 1.5 million. Currently they are returning 1.23 million. So 17.3% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 180.99 million shares. Cost to borrow average is 0.69%. So in reality, SoFi is moving higher, and as I brought up, I think it was like a week ago, historically, once SoFi does unveil the date of their earnings, up until the date of their earnings, it usually does yield around a 13 to 15% run. And it looks like we are kind of heading on that trajectory, because even over the last 5 days, it is up 7.43%. So at least moving in the right direction. Looking at options, 6.43 million in calls, 1.34 million in puts. 48% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. And just to give you guys a quick overview of that, a lot of people are anticipating for next week for it to be in excess of $9 or even $9.50. So there's a lot of optimism now in SoFi. It seems to be flip-flopping a little bit, but as of right now, people seem to be optimistic. And even the bullish aspect, so the puts, looks like people are anticipating for it to be sub $8. So the likelihood of, I guess, 7 has now diminished. So maybe people are just eyeing bigger and better things. These are all the transactions that are occurring so far on the secondary market above $100,000. So a quick 180 from yesterday. And so a lot of entities are buying. So 1.41 million first one. And actually the only sell today was at 1 o'clock exactly. And that was for 101,000. Aside from that, big money is buying SoFi up. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on that. A nice change of events. It's kind of funny / comical, a little bit frustrating at times, how the market seems to literally take the same data not really much has changed, but interpret it differently, and that causes the market just to go haywire sometimes. So it is kind of funny all in all, but right now with it at $8.40, it is slightly above this R1. So $8.39 will be a strong support. 881 is going to be the next strong resistance slash target. So in my opinion, if this momentum does build and if CPI does come in better than anticipated, as what some analysts are now forecasting, then yeah, you could easily see back into the 9s, possibly even this week, if not early next week. So that'll be pretty kick-ass to see SoFi at 9 or even double digits leading into their earnings. On the actual chart itself, things are looking a-okay. Stochastic, you do see a nice bullish deviation, white line above the red, plus it is at 64, so somewhat neutral. All that consolidation did reset the technicals fairly well. So yeah, I think right now a lot of the data points that I have been bringing up so far are generally optimistic. So the options are generally anticipating more upside. Shorts returning is always a good thing, and then the technicals are looking very, very good. The only thing is, number of retail investors seem to be rather timid today. So maybe they are just kind of caught off guard, or I'm not really sure. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that and why retail wouldn't really be buying. It's kind of funny how retail and institutions sometimes do things backwards. A lot of people like to follow what big money is doing, and big money is buying the hell out of SoFi, and clearly just the broader market today, but retail seems to be somewhat hesitant. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And do you think that shorts are going to continue to return shares leading into, for instance, maybe inflation data this upcoming in the next couple of days, or their upcoming earnings? And what is your thought on that negative rating? And honestly, I know I've been covering SoFi for probably only like a year or so, but historically, whenever SoFi does get one of those negative ratings, it's like a 3 or anywhere from like a 3 to 5% red day. So honestly, today is a win. A win is a win, even though it's only up 1.81% in comparison to, for instance, like Robinhood, which is up 9.61%. Kind of crazy how that is, but yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And also, I did launch my memberships for YouTube, so if you guys are interested in joining and like the SoFi content, consider subscribing and joining. With all that said, appreciate all of you guys watching.